Namaskar from the Birsa Munda Hockey Stadium in Rourkela. It is match 17 on day 13 of the Hero Hockey India League 2024-2025. We will see the local team back in action. Aaron Zaluski's Vedanta Kalinga Lancers taking on Manpreet's Gonasika. And we're going to go pitch side now though for the toss of the coin to find out who will start the match.
हीरो हॉकी इंडिया लीग में ये है मैच नंबर 17 वेदांता कलिंगा लांसर्स और टीम गोनासिका के बीच। मेरे साथ है दोनों कैप्टन्स जो पूरी तरह से तैयार हैं, द मैच अंपायर्स। सो इट्स टाइम टू फ्लिप द कॉइन। Hi Aaron, what is your decision?
We will take the ball.
You'll take the ball? Okay. Manpreet, which side are you picking?
This side.
Okay, so Vedanta Kalinga Lancers have won the toss and they'll start the play.
Umpires tonight, Gurbaj Singh of India, Kun van Bunga of the Netherlands, and Anand Dangi is the video umpire. Good to see smiles on the faces of the umpires as they make their way out. And here they come. Manpreet gets the head start on Aaron Zaluski. Gonasika in the white, the Kalinga Lancers in the blue, and they got a big roar as they emerged. And as we see, smiles as they come through, but as soon as that whistle goes, the facial expressions change and they become extremely serious and focused on the game ahead. Alexander Hendricks and Sushil Danwar in the middle, Sanjay down the flank. The midfield, I think, is where it's going to be won tonight. Dilpreet, Zaluski and Ravichandra will be crucial.
At the last minute huddle from the Lancers and the instructions, trying to just pump them up. And for the Gonasikas, they do not have the luxury of trying to start with the Indian goalkeeper, but Oliver Payne starts there.
Well, the countdown clock is just making its way into the stadium.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's play.
And they push back the Kalinga Lancers and get the game under the way. Early ball for Dilpreet, he gets the free hit. It's just going to be very interesting how this one plays out, I've got to be honest. It's hard to pick a winner, I think, between these two. Gonasika, the big question is how will they react from last night. Dibsan Turki intercepting well, feeding it into the midfield. And there was nowhere to go there.
One is to see how they react from last evening, and second to see if they have enough fuel in the tank to sustain this game, because it was a very fast game last evening that they played.
Yeah, you'd think they'd want the lead early or get the score there. It's a good ball into the circle. Waller was on the end of it, but just couldn't get it to stay on the end of his stick. Played out wide in the defensive line. Santurki now comes back to Tim Howard. And Lee Morton again over the ball. Short pass from him. It was almost stolen away. It was good work by Dilpreet. And oh my word, right across the face of goal. And SV Sunil was there, but a little bit too upright, I dare say.
They seem to be a little undone by the defender in front, but you have to be prepared for those balls that come into the tee. Yeah, he's been a treat to watch during his prime playing days.
That's a good pass forward. Gonzalez now. The crowd are loving him. Has he found a foot? No, it's the stick, says the umpire. Just calming things down, Jack Waller.
The first real threatening try, the movement from the Lancers.
And in the first 7 minutes, Lancers dominating the possession. And into the circle they come again. Great defence. Good work being done inside the circle. And it's going to be a free out.
There's great defensive work. I think that was Siwach on the far side.
Jack Waller over the ball. In fact, he's going to leave it now. Draper trying to fire it forward. There are appeals again for another free hit. And Kun van Bunga makes the decision because I think it was very difficult for Gurbaj Singh to see the across it goes, and in it goes. SP Sunil gets his second of the tournament, but he gets the opening goal for Gonasika.
SV Sunil making amends for his miss early in the quarter. It was a similar chance that came to him. On that time he was a little undone by the defender, but not this time around.
It's taken on quickly again by Gonasika. Good defence once more from the Lancers. Zalewski now helps it down the line. 10 seconds remaining. Brinkman trying to find Gonzalez, who takes a tumble just short of the 23-metre line. And there goes the hooter for the end of the first quarter. And it's been a good one for Gonasika. Probably didn't have the best of chances in the match, but they are the team that are going to go into the break with the lead, thanks to that man, SP Sunil. The score at the first break is Vedanta Kalinga Lancers 0, Team Gonasika 1. As we look at the stats, you can see there, circle penetrations 4 for the Lancers, but only 1 shot. So Kalinga Lancers 0, Gonasika 1. The players are out there waiting to get the second quarter underway. Gonasika leading by a goal to 0. Kalinga gonna have to come from behind. They had more circle penetrations and more shots, but Gonasika defending well. Strong from Bandarak, and he's won the free hit for the Lancers.
The Gonasikas have just done what matters most, got the goal, and that is important.
Well, especially after the way they worked last night, I would think they would be happy with an early goal. If they can get another one, it just puts them in a nice position to set up a victory. That's great defence stepping out, but it's going to be cleaned up in the middle by Rabichandra. Nice turn from him out of trouble. Antoine Kina always seems to have so much time on the ball. Back to Rabichandra. Nice spin from Gersabajit. He gets the ball back under control. Rabichandra again. Now Van Doren. We saw the replay there. He literally just pushed the defender away from the ball. So an easy decision for the umpire. Good lead from Bandarak. Bandarak plays it in. Oh, the deflection just going a long way wide. It was not the touch that they were looking for.
I'm not sure that ball was played for him too. He wanted to sell him the Jami. There was a player behind him, but gone a begging.
Yeah, I think Dilpreet was desperate to get on the end of that. Drilled forward, great pass to Arajit. Oh dear me. Normally he would smash that one towards goal.
How quick a try was that?
Just carried forward by Draper, Manpreet. Square again now. Carried out of defence. Having to go back. He lost it there, Dipsan Turkey, and now he's got to get back because there's numbers coming forward. It comes wide to Bobby Singh Dami. Bobby Singh Dami just held up on the 23. Goes back to Zalewski. Zalewski's got a bit of space. Fires it into the goal, but no touch inside the circle.
You don't want to be doing that as a deep defender, Dipsan Turkey, running with the ball all along from his D and considering the turnover. No touch on that ball played in. Every time you move up into attack as a defender, you have to ensure you find your player, or at least don't lose the ball.
Kina now into the circle. Kina to the back post. They've got the equaliser. The goal has been given. Bandarak has got the goal, but there may well be a referral from Gonasika.
So I check, is it dangerous or not outside the circle?
Asking for dangerous play outside the striking circle when the ball was played onto him.
Yeah, it was that ball just before Antoine Kina came into the circle, and it looked to go through the defender's legs. That one there is the challenge. How high was that? Did the ball go above knee height when Antoine Kina just poked it through the defender?
There is no clear to change your decision. It's a goal.
All right, Anand?
Yes.
So for me, right, so for, it's above the knee, so I'm going to give a free out.
Well, Kun van Bunge has overruled the video umpire, and he's saying that he's giving it a free out because it was above the knee. The player, though, was very, very low. It's meant to be above the knee when they're in a standing position.
Why would you go to a third umpire if you've already made your decision? Well, I'm not sure I've seen anything like this before.
Well, I think it's one of those that if you're going to have a video umpire, surely you should be using that technology and letting them make that call, because then it causes problems, as we saw down on the pitch. Personally, I felt Morton was too low for it to be above knee height if he was standing.
That's what I felt too. But let's get back to the game now.
That's going to be a talking point after the game. There's no doubt about it. Comes back to Charlet, and it's going to pump up the Lancers, I can tell you. Thierry Brinkman, of course, comes from the Netherlands, the same country as the umpire, and he was one of the first ones in there. Lee Morton, the man who was involved, not out of choice. Hendricks now. Comes to Van Doren, had to just check back. Dilpreet to Sanjay. Sanjay advances. Dilpreet's wide. Back to Sanjay again. Defence shifting well for Gonasika. Top of the circle, in it goes, but good defence. Oh, it's broken kindly. That'll be a shot, that'll be a goal. Well, it is Antoine Kina who said thank you very much after a mistake at the top of the D, and he smashed that one past Ollie Payne, and they are level.
A few goals that the Gonasikas have conceded have been by their own mistakes, and this is yet another one at the top of the striking circle, just giving the ball away. And how good a try was that? Absolutely no chance for the goalkeeper. One goal apiece.
And look at Brinkman wanting to get on with things quickly. Lays it square into the circle. Brinkman's been given too much space, and off the pads it goes of Ollie Payne, and a long corner.
Totally unmarked in the D. He gave and created that space. The angle a little too narrow. Well covered by the goalkeeper.
Again, a great ball into the circle. Dilpreet, across it comes into the, well, danger zone. Payne was down, and it's good defence coming from Waller, who just dribbled it out of the circle. And a little bit of frustration from Gonasika at the end, in that they know they could have so easily gone into half-time with that 1-0 lead intact, but a mistake at the top of the circle gave possession to Antoine Kina, and he carried it into the circle and made sure that he took full advantage of it. We look at the stats, 14 circle penetrations to just 9 for the Lancers, and the score at half-time, Vedanta Kalinga Lancers 1, Gonasika 1. The players back out on the pitch, ready to get the third quarter underway. And I can tell you, Kalinga were the first out. Read into that whatever you may. But some coaches like to think you get out there first, you let the opposition know you mean business. Gonasika will get us underway. Manpreet came out, still having a very deep conversation with Kun van Bunge about his card. Nice little pass from him, finding Sanjay on the outside. Dilpreet now trying to weave some magic. Wow, did he have them dancing then? Draper's feet were going all over the place. And Gonzalez came in. It's going to be a free hit, I think, outside the circle for not going 5, and we're going to have a card issued. So it's Gonasika down to 10 anyway. Into the circle, deflected towards goal, and it's going to be Zaluski who claims that one. Ollie Payne, I think, was unsighted, but a really good deflection by the captain. 2-1, the Lancers.
A deflection from pretty much top of the circle. Ball laid out inside and was paid unsighted by the defender in front of him. Didn't have too much of power on the push-in, but a good deflection from Zaluski.
Hendricks, the man who found Zaluski inside the circle. Antoine Keena, short little touch from him, goes back to Zalewski. Hendricks feeding it forward to Keena, but Mandeep read that one really well. But coming in off the flank was Sanjay, who stole it back for Kalinga Lancers. Sanjay needed to get a touch there, and Manpreet is saying, that's my free hit. Sanjay hobbles away. It's in fact gone the Lancers' way. A little bit of space now. Brinkman across the face of goal. Was lifted high, and a shot will come in eventually. Bobby Singh Dhami had the shot. A penalty corner has gone the way of the Lancers. It's going to be challenged, and I think this one might be reversed, to be honest.
There's so much happening inside the G. We'll have to wait and see what they're asking for.
Gona team asking that it's not a PC because of last touch is Kalinga.
Okay.
Please.
I will check. It's a dangerous or not.
Yeah.
That was Bobby Singh Dhami, and yeah, it did certainly look as if it came up off Gasabajit's stick that time.
Yeah, the last play is what they're looking at. After this try-out goal, it's saved by the goalkeeper.
So Gonasika keep their referral as well, which is the important part. I thought it might have been even a little bit of danger when Thierry Brinkman played it in as well. And we've got the two Indian national goalkeepers out on the pitch at the same time. Draper saw a little gap, decided to go through it. Pushes the ball out onto the left-hand side. Waller's going to make a run down to the baseline, but they've cut infield now. It goes back to Draper. Comes across. Tim Howard. A second thought about going to his left, but Thierry Brinkman was ready to pounce if he had. Draper played it into the shins of Keena. Keena was saying, talk to me, tell me what's going on, to the defender behind him. Of course, that is the problem, the language issues there. Brought down well by Nilam Zes, and Bobby Singh Dhami is going to be the player penalised. It's going to be a penalty corner to Gonasika. Their first of the match, believe it or not.
You're just throwing the ball in after he received that aerial ball, controlling it. Didn't try to do too much, tried to lay the pass across, off his stick, onto his foot.
Walker has scored from a penalty corner before it comes to him, and it's a sharp save from Pathak. Sends it up to the first concourse.
It has to be special to beat Pathak, and he stood tall.
Well, into the circle it went. Sanjay trapped it well. Plays it out wide to Gonzalez. Back to Sanjay, and took a touch and went over the side. So good defence from the Lancers.
The opportunity to play the early ball. He had an overlapping player coming to his right, but just a little bit of delay.
Manpreet played it out wide, then made the run down to the baseline. Waller giving him the thumbs up, saying, sorry, I didn't give it to you. Waller again. Manpreet is now still in that position, but that was played forward and lifted up off the defender's stick. Intended for Clement. Clement's got space, it comes to him. Tries to get it across the face of goal. It's going to go out for a long corner, but there'll be no time to take it as the hooter goes. Gonasika, well, they were looking promising coming forward then, but no chance to finish off their attack. And it is the Lancers who now head into the final break, and they have the lead in this match. So the final score at the end of the third quarter is Vedanta Kalinga Lancers 2, Gonasika 1. Well, the final quarter about to get underway. The Vedanta Kalinga Lancers leading 2-1 against Gonasika as the Gonasika team pushes back. A win to Kalinga will lift them up into third spot because they will have more wins than Surma. Well, they'll be level on points, but still 15 minutes to go. Gonasika was showing that they were coming back in that last quarter. Carried out of defence, good work by Hendricks. Rabachandra feeds it into Dilpreet now. Back to Van Doren it goes. Pressure being applied willingly that time by Morton. Keena just got there ahead of Morton. Cleaning up at the back, but he's turned it over to Manpreet. Manpreet feeding it forward. And off his line quickly was Ollie Payne, who's come on to replace Suraj Kakera. Great break again for Kalinga to the baseline. Long corner. It's a 16.
A strong run along the right and using the goal line.
We've nicknamed him the Tornado because of his double spin, but he's causing havoc, the Tornado, in the final third.
He could also be a contender for the man of the match.
Here they come again, Kalinga looking to lay it back, and it's a penalty corner this time.
The Lancers are all over them at the moment. Raids after raids, attack after attack, but they have asked for a referral.
So let's just hear what the referral is.
Perfect. Television. Perfect.
Yes, Gurubaz, go ahead.
Gonasika asking that it's a block,
Okay.
Neat tackle, ball pitch.
not any charge the ball.
Okay.
Charge the stick, please check it. It's a PC or not.
Okay.
They're asking for a block on stick, I think.
Draper got the ball there. It looked like it was a clean tackle.
I have decision for you. It's a first ball after the stick. So it's a free hit to long corner.
And keep the referral.
They keep their Gonasika keep their referral.
Okay, thanks.
So it is a free out and they keep their referral. A very good referral by Jacob Draper. Six and a half minutes left. Can Gonasika get a late goal tonight after being robbed with a late goal last night? Can they take us to a shootout? Can they get a victory? Great run again by Manpreet, and he was unfortunately a long way off target there. Well, they did take a touch off the defender's stick. We're into the final 30 seconds. Antoine Kina, a little shimmy from him. SV Sunil with a good tackle. Down the line it goes to Waller. Kalinga just need to keep the ball up here and they will get the victory. It's a free hit though. Waller again plays on quickly, goes infield to Charlet. Manpreet, he's battled all night and he's dispossessed again in the midfield. And now carried forward by Thierry Brinkman. And the whistle goes against Kalinga, but there's not much time left. Gonasika want the ball, but it's not going to get to them in time. The hooter goes, and Kalinga have won back-to-back games. And that's going to move them right up into third spot on the league ladder. Although we've got a referral.
Yes, Anand?
Yes, Gurubaz, go ahead.
Lancer team asking that it's a penalty corner because of charge the stick.
Okay.
Please check it for me.
Okay, so I check.
Asking for a penalty corner, are they?
They're asking for a stick tackle, I think. Well, was Brinkman's stick? I think he was impeded the first as he was getting to the 5 metre line. This challenge is the one. Oh, there's a little bit going on down on the pitch as we watch the replays. Well, they're having to separate the players down below, which is unfortunate. We're just watching this. Was that a stick check just before?
Yes, ma'am.
Gurubaz, there is no clear reason to change your decision and Lancer lose their left right.
What's going on?
It's a free hit?
Free hit, yes.
Are you
So
sure
it's
you're
not a penalty corner, and the game will be over. And it was a very heated affair right at the end of that match. There was a little bit of niggle throughout, and it just bubbled to the surface right at the end of the match. Van Doren with a very serious expression. Gonzalez congratulating Charlet. They had a tight tussle all night. Kina was superb for the Lancers. And they look, well, they have got their second victory in a row and now move up to third place on the ladder. And their fans, well, they're dancing in the aisles. And why wouldn't they be? 2 games ago, they were bottom of the ladder. Now they are up to 3rd with everything to play for. Gonasika, it's been a tough couple of days for them. And then going down tonight after taking the lead against the Lancers. Final score here, Kalinga Lancers 2, Gonasika 1.